tickets to an upcoming home game, visit the ticket booth or the team's website for 2 remaining seats. We can't wait to see what our next home game is, fans, because all of you will be getting your very own next backpack.
Up next, when it comes to this time of the season, Grant, what are teams most focused on?
Well, B.A., it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
Well, we've touched on it in prior broadcasts. MP has spent the last few games with a #1 priority of trying to keep others involved.
Well, coaches always love a pass-first mentality as long as it's the right pass and you aren't passing up opportunities to be aggressive and score. For MP lately, the results on the floor have been mixed. He's shown some flashes, but lately it's been a bit of a disappointment.
Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Kolek in at the 1.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play.
Strong interior move, aggressive, assertive, and effective.
Towns on a screen. Clarkson for 3, and the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Brooklyn with the ball. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
So it's the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Nets. Towns down low, guarded by Sharp. Towns can't get it to go.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds. And it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Anunoby for 3. Sharp grabs the miss.
A 1 for 5 start so far. Not what they envisioned coming into this game.
The Knicks pull it in.
He's got a nice feel for the crossover, but you still have to finish it off.
Outside Anunoby. And there's the drive. Here's Hart, and that one goes, feeding him with a lead pass.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Let's see some of the numbers here for him. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Sharp's got 4 rebounds in the game. Lufkin, the shot from the low post is good.
Yeah, it's always a good sign when Thomas is creating for his teammates.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Outside Anunoby. High post Towns. Has some change. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's B. McBride covers. The shot by B, no good. Knicks leading by 8. We've got Cam Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Dimon. And it's B in at the 2-guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Unloads. Offensive rebound. Thomas outside. Here's B. Gets another look. And Claxton with the lay-in. Claxton's gotten his first points of the night.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Outside McBride to the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the screen, finds a soft spot, and gets himself rewarded.
Screen by Claxton. Here's B. Uses the glass on the layup. B's got 7 points.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Pass to McBride. Outside Robinson. Back to McBride. For 3. The rebound by Dimon. Nets trail by 6. Here's B. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Outside McBride. Pass to Anunoby. Towns outside. Outside Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out Towns. 3-pointer. Down goes the 3-pointer for Karl Anthony Towns.
Towns takes a lot of pride in knocking down threes. He's as gifted a shooter as we have at the
Hart's checked in for Robinson, and Jordan Clarkson subbed in for McBride. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like, and just playing with reckless abandon. They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Anunoby. 14 points his last outing. 3-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Brian?
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Here's Hart. Following the bucket by the Nets. And is Clarkson missing?
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the basket by B. 35 seconds left in the first half. Here's Kolek. He's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's B. 13 points in the game.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Nets, up 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were. And now, unfortunately, we have to talk about injuries. This team not at full strength. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Kolek. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry. And it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, It seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Chums, appreciate the report. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Kolek in at the point. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this not matching up well with Clarkson's speed there.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on OG Anunoby. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Clarkson for 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's B. He's covered by Clarkson. Claxton, a screen on Clarkson. Ball. With a brief pause, here are the most difficult teams to score against over the last 10 games. The Nets, 3rd. New York in 5th.
Great game planning by both of these coaching staffs as of late. Both teams have been effective defensively.
Clarkson outside. Off target from 3-point range.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Sharp, a screen on Clarkson. B. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Elevating like a rocket booster. Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Nets, sitting 4th in the conference early on and looking to move into that top tier. And, of course, the Knicks. Currently, they're 5 spots behind them.
Well, for the Knicks, their slow start has revealed some of this team's problems. Problems that we didn't really know they had.
Neither did I, but clearly they're not the dominant force we thought they'd be. They've got some kinks to work out for sure.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Clarkson's got 7 points for the quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Down low. Claxton can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Nets trail by 3. Going inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Williams is checked in for Thomas. And a switch here also for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's B. Lays it up and banks it in. B's got 9 points now in the second half. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Oh, a rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Nets trail by 7. Nicholas Claxton out there with Cameron Thomas. Then they're Sharp, and it's Bufkin in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. B, the pass to Thomas. Here's B. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Since halftime, either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Money from 3.
You know,
Here's Towns. The big man, Cat.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
and, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is. Boy, what a critical three that was. At his height, he can just shoot right over the smaller defender.
New York leading by 3. Up top, Anunoby. Towns outside. Puts up the tray. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
Here's Sharp. Oh, it's stolen by Towns.
On that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Nets trail by 4. Here's B. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hart. We've got 1:48 left in the game. Outside Anunoby. From 13 feet. No good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton.
Huge turnover there and at a bad time, too. Have to value every possession.
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Now here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Sharp there for the rebound. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Yes, sir! Make it in the layup!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Clarkson. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Screen by Claxton. Here's B. He's covered by Clarkson. Now Claxton. Oh, the slam! Off a fantastic lead pass. What a play! And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's B. To win the game. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Wins the game with nothing but zeros on the clock. Unbelievable.
He knew it was good when it left his hand. He started celebrating as soon as he got off his fingertips.
So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win.